While Star Trek Beyond isn't my favorite of the new trilogy, it's still a good movie and a good send-off for Anton Yelchin's character. The World's End is a very enjoyable movie from start to finish. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are both terrific in the movie. They work well together, and of course their chemistry is flawless. Rosamund Pike, Martin Freeman, Patty Considine, and James Marsden do well in their roles. The movie is consistently entertaining throughout, and there's a lot of fun action scenes. The World's End is a fitting conclusion to the Cornetto trilogy. For me, it's not as good as Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, but it's still a good movie to watch. Protocol is one of my favorite action movies of all time. The action scenes are phenomenal. There's a lot of really good tension and suspense, and you feel like the heroes are vulnerable. I love this movie. I think this is one of the best films in the Mission Impossible franchise, and it's one of my favorite movies from 2011. Star Trek 2009 is one of my favorite movie reboots. This movie did a really good job of bringing the franchise back. The new cast all gave really good performances. Star Trek Into Darkness is my favorite film out of the new Star Trek trilogy. This film was intense. Benedict Cumberbatch was excellent as the villain, and I feel this movie gets hated on way too much. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation is one of the best films in the Mission Impossible franchise. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is another fantastic sequel in the Mission Impossible series. This movie has mind-blowing stunts and action scenes, and despite the fact that the story of this movie isn't finished, it still felt like a complete movie. Mission Impossible Fallout isn't just the best film in the Mission Impossible franchise, I think it's the best film of 2018. Tom Cruise, as usual, delivers in the action scenes and he gives a really good performance. Henry Cavill's performance in this movie is probably my favorite from him. The action scenes are absolutely jaw-dropping. The practical stunts and effects really blew me away. Shaun of the Dead is a really funny zombie movie, and it's my second favorite in the Cornetto trilogy. Hot Fuzz is one of my favorite films of all time. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are both phenomenal in the movie, and they have off-the-charts A+ chemistry. Timothy Dalton and Jim Broadbent both do well in their roles. The movie is very well made by Edgar Wright, very well written. It's constantly entertaining. There was never one dull moment during this movie. There was also a lot of really fun action scenes. What else can I say? I absolutely adore Hot Fuzz. It's one of my favorite comedy movies of all time, and it's one of the best films of the year 2007.